This is He Knows the Sport, bringing you that heat and that far. We keeping the foot on the what? On the necks. We keeping the foot on the what? On the necks. Now let's talk about it, man. Errol the True Spence is going to boop Danny Garcia's cherry, part 39. Let me say it again. Errol the True Spence is going to boop Danny Garcia's cherry, part 39. Hear me? Hear me? Well, this fight right here is going to be Mikey Garcia 2.0 iteration. Let me say it again. This fight right here is going to be Mikey Garcia in 2.0 iteration. But the bottom line is this. Mikey Garcia, but with extra punishment. Mikey Garcia, but with extra parking. Mikey Garcia, but with extra stoppage. Because you have to look at Danny Garcia and you have to look at Mikey Garcia. Matter of fact, look at all of the damn Garcias. Look at the first fight against Jonathan Garcia. Flat-footed. Look at Mikey Garcia. Flat-footed. Look at Danny Garcia. Flat-footed. All of the Garcias have a commonality. They are flat-footed. The bottom line is this. Errol the True Spence is going to boop Danny Garcia's cherry. The reason why the series is boop Danny Garcia's cherry is because Danny Garcia is a cherry picker. And see, when Danny Garcia ran his rabbit ass into the ring and was like, oh yeah, man, I saw the way that Errol the True Spence fought Mikey Garcia. I saw the way that Errol the True Spence fought Sean Porter. I'm actually glad. Looking back at it, I was already super elated that Errol the True Spence did what he did to Mikey Garcia, because he reduced him into regressed him into a Uber, a Lyft, and a whole lot. Hey, taxi, Tijuana cab driver fighter. Mikey Garcia has not rehabbed. Mikey Garcia had a charity fight against Eric Morales, who was 10 plus years removed from boxing. And Eric Morales beat the shit out of Mikey Garcia. This is what happens when you go 12 rounds with Errol the True Spence, like Derrick James said. You are no longer the same fighter. The thing with Danny Garcia is Spence is going to give Danny Garcia that Mikey Garcia treatment. But on the second half of the fight, he's going to add bulldozing and steamrolling fashion associated with it, which you're going to see for the 9 rounds, because I predicted this to be a 9-round KO or TKO stoppage. Let me say it again. 9th round KO or TKO stoppage. Up until the first four and a half rounds of the fight, Errol the True Spence is going to beat the shit out of Danny Garcia like he did Mikey Garcia. The difference with Mikey Garcia and Danny Garcia is Mikey Garcia actually knows how to shell the fuck up. Danny Garcia don't know how to shell the fuck up. Danny Garcia is flat-footed. His foot is already murky. So when Errol the True Spence fights him, he's going to be in murky waters. What I said was so deep and profound. It went over the Rudy Pool and the Plum Plum Braids. It went over the classic Dolce and the Troglodytes heads. It went over the ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. But the real G's, the super real G's, and the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets get it. So let me rewind that, because it needs to marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. It needs to marinate in the medulla oblongata. Danny Garcia's foot is already murky as fuck. So when he fights Errol the True Spence, he's going to be in murky waters. Get it? Deepest, bluest, my heart is like a shark's fin. Deepest, bluest, my heart is like a shark's fin, because Errol the True Spence is the Megalodon shark. What did He Knows the Sport's been telling you throughout this series? The Megalodon shark has no predator. It is the predator. Let me say it again. The Megalodon shark has no predator. It is the predator. So the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, and the cutthroat truth-teller fashion that's associated behind this is this. Danny Garcia is a deep water fucking tune-up. Case in point, Sean Porter and Keith Thurman. You got Rudy Pool and Plum Plum Brains. You got classic Dolce and Troglodytes. You have ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric that's trying to tell you, well, Danny Garcia, man, when Errol the True Spence touched Danny Garcia power, his power is it's a fucking myth. So stop the presses and pump the brakes on announcers. Go sit down somewhere and what? You know, in the finger wagon. Higgity fucking hush. Because if Danny Garcia had power, Keith Thurman would have fell. If Danny Garcia had power, Sean Porter would have fell. These are a la second-tier welterweights. And the reason why they're second-tier welterweights is because they are all fucking flawed. Let me say it again. The reason why they are second-tier welterweights is because they are all flawed. Keith Thurman has an atrocious back foot. And Keith Thurman's foot looks like it wants to trip on one another. That's his fucking issue. Sean Porter is not the most technical or fundamental fighter. That's why in high quality fights, he's known as the ultimate gatekeeper, because he doesn't know how to close the show. This is why He Knows the Sport has infamously, via standard bearer and trendsetter, called him Sean Constipated Porter, because he's constipated when the going gets tough. Let me say it again. He's constipated when the going gets tough. But Danny Garcia is a second tier welterweight because Danny Garcia is flat footed. Danny Garcia doesn't let his hands go. And Danny Garcia does not have the work rate. He's proven this in these fights. And when Danny Garcia out of his rabbit ass mouth tells you, I was comfortable. So hold up, your biggest fight at welterweight in Keith Thurman, you were comfortable? Things that make you say, Your biggest fight against Sean Porter, you were comfortable? Things that make you say, it's not called comfortable. It's what Errol the Truth Spence said in the PBC interview. And that's why Danny Garcia was hot and bothered like grits. You are a one-gear fighter. You are one-dimensional. That's what Errol the Truth Spence is telling him. Let me say it again. You are a one-gear fighter. You are one-dimensional. I'm a complete package fighter. I can box. I can bang. I can basically do every fucking thing in the ring. I can jab. I can stiff jab. I can do body shots. I can do it all. I can move laterally. I could go east-west, north-south, north-south, east-west. I could change velocities on my punches. I can blind you. I can switch up the angles. I can feint on that ass. I can be slick on the black foot. I can fight on my fucking toes. This is what Errol the Truth Spence was trying to tell Danny Garcia. This whole myth that DSG fanboys are hoping for. Oh, if Danny Garcia catch Errol the Truth Spence, the motherfucker has no power. And what you guys are going to see is Spence chin, like it's always proven, is certified and tested. If Spence didn't fall against Emmanuel Larty and that fight happened at 154, how the fuck is an overblown 140-pounder a la Danny Garcia going to drop him? Danny Garcia's power has been exposed at 147. His power is overrated. Let me say it again. His power is overrated. And what you guys are going to see come November 21st, Danny Garcia's cherry is going to get popped. Because not only is Danny Garcia's chin going to get fucking tested himself, Danny Garcia is going to hit the fucking canvas. And his ass is going to hit the canvas. And his ass is going to hit the canvas. So what He Knows the Sport is telling you is he's hitting the fucking canvas a lot. He's getting stopped. And like He Knows the Sport and famously told you in the last part of this series, a chin is only a Green Knight chin until it meets the right fist that can debunk that Green Knight chin. Let me say it again. A chin is only a Green Knight chin until it meets the right fist that can debunk that Green Knight chin. With Errol the Truth Spence punch resistance, Errol the Truth Spence Achilles mode, Errol the Truth Spence back on his super shredder shit, I expect come November 21st, Danny Garcia is getting his cherry boop, in the damn ring. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. What did Maya Angelou just said? What was her famous terminology? When a person shows you who they are, believe them. So once a fucking cherry picker, always a cherry picker. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.